SAfm, South Africa's news and information leader.
Thanks, Kim. In the news, ANC's NEC labels Zuma painting as racist and a Mount Everest climber goes missing. Good afternoon. The ANC's National Executive Committee says the painting depicting President Jacob Zuma with his genitals exposed is racist. ANC Secretary General Gwede Mantashe said at a post-NEC briefing in Johannesburg the painting was rude, crude, disrespectful and racist. He said if it had been a white man depicted, the reaction would have been very different. He said as far as many people were concerned, black people were just objects. The party is going to the High Court in Johannesburg tomorrow to try and compel the Goodman Gallery to take down the painting and City Press newspaper to remove a photo of it from its website. President Jacob Zuma has received a report from the Board of Inquiry he had appointed in terms of the Police Act to investigate Police Commissioner Bheki Cele's fitness for office. The presidency says in a statement that the Board of Inquiry chairperson, Judge Jakes Moloi, presented the report to the president yesterday. The president is studying the report and will respond in due course, according to spokesperson Mac Maharaj. The acting National Police Commissioner Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi says the looting of the Crime Intelligence Fund dates back to before Richard Mdluli joined the unit. Mkhwanazi says they have received information of financial mismanagement of the account that implicated many people in the division, including senior personnel. This follows his confirmation of signing a notice to resuspend sideline Crime Intelligence head Richard Mdluli. Mkhwanazi says crime fighting in the Police Intelligence Unit has been compromised.
The crime intelligence, last year alone, I think we had close to 300 million rand that was supposed to be used for covert operations in the country. And of that, maybe 40% of that amount was spent by the head office section alone, and 60% of that divided amongst all 9 provinces. And that's a serious problem for me. It was not for fighting crime. It was benefits that were going to individuals, ranging from renting people's houses, paying for their own luxury cars and the likes.
COPE's acting chief whip, Dennis Bloem, says if the police minister Nathi Mthethwa does not intervene in the Mdluli saga soon, the party will approach the president. Bloem said this during a press conference in Parliament. Bloem told journalists that the national security was under threat with the sword hanging over the former head of the Police Crime Intelligence Unit, Richard Mdluli.
COPE calls on the minister, Mthethwa, to step up to his responsibilities and intervene in Mdluli's case, and failure to do so will result into COPE's approaching the president of the country to intervene in this matter.
The KwaZulu-Natal Department of Agriculture, Environmental Affairs and Rural Development says it has sent veterinarians to areas where cases of rabies have been reported and they are closely monitoring the situation. This follows reports of 3 cases of the disease in humans. An 8-year-old boy who is suspected of having contracted the disease died at Bergville in the Midlands last week. A young girl also living in the Midlands area and canoeist Graham Anderson from Underberg are still fighting for their lives. Department spokesperson Jeffrey Zikali.
Rabies is still under control in many areas here in KwaZulu-Natal, but the control can go up to a certain extent. There is no need for panic because we, as the Department of Agriculture and Environmental Affairs, we have been going around, especially in radio stations and also in newspapers, making the community aware of the rabies virus that is spreading across the province. People must make sure that their dogs and cats are vaccinated.
In other parts of the world, a South Korean mountaineer has gone missing after climbing Mount Everest in the Himalayas. A ministry spokesperson says Song Won-bin went missing on Saturday while returning to base camp with several other climbers after scaling the mountain. She says a search will begin soon but hasn't elaborated further. 3 climbers have since died as they descended from Mount Everest on Sunday, bringing the season's death toll to 5 on the world's highest peak. Recapping the top story, the ANC's National Executive Committee says the painting depicting President Jacob Zuma with his genitals exposed is racist.